My name is Gwendolyn Dugas from No More Shackles Ministries. I am the author of The Pedophiles We Trust. I want to talk to you today about something real. I've seen people use God's name to cover up evil. I've seen young people get hurt by people they trusted. I've seen silence do more damage than the sin itself. But I've also seen healing. I've seen God bring truth into dark places, and I believe we're here to protect each other, expose what's false, and let the real love of Christ restore what's been broken. It's time we come to the knowledge of truth that there are some people in the body of Christ who pretend to speak for God, but their actions show otherwise. You deserve to know the truth. Not everyone who calls themselves a prophet or a pastor is safe. These are the type of leaders that you are to be on guard against. False prophets. They come to you looking like sheep on the outside, but on the inside, they are really wild wolves. They smell blood like a true predator. They look for the lonely, hurting, or those who just want someone to listen to them. They give extra attention, special roles, or special promises like you're chosen or only I understand you. They make you feel like you can't say no, or that if you do, God will be angry. Young people, what should you do if you encounter one of these wild wolves? Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Tell someone safe, a parent, mentor, teacher, or a hotline, but don't keep it to yourself. And understand that God is not like the people who hurt you. He protects, not praise. You are not crazy. You're not guilty. You are not invisible. You are not powerless. And most of all, you are not alone. I am a living witness that God will protect and heal you. He will provide, not through predators, but through his care and his people. Parents, the last thing these young people need to hear is you must have done something to make them think you wanted it. This shifts guilt onto the child instead of holding the predator accountable. Why didn't you tell me sooner? If they tell you, whatever time they tell you, it's okay. Children freeze, fear not being believed or threatened into silence. That's what you get for being fast, grown, always trying to act older. Children don't need to hear that. Predators target vulnerability, not behavior. Innocence is never an invitation. Or are you sure you're not just making this up? Children don't make this up. This immediately shuts down trust and reinforces silence. Most abuse victims fear not being believed, and this proves their fear. Or what about you're ruining that man's life? This is one of the most evil responses. The abuser ruined the child's innocence, not the other way around. If you weren't dressing like that or acting that way, this blames the child for being targeted rather than condemning the manipulative adult's behavior. Don't say that again. You embarrass the family. What about what this person has done? This teaches the child that image matters more than trust and keeps generational cycles of abuse hidden. What should parents do if their child comes to them? Say this instead. Thank you for telling me. I believe you. What happened to you is not your fault. You are not dirty. You are not to blame. We're going to get help and you're not alone. I'm so sorry this happened to you and I will protect you now. These predators are crafty and manipulative. Blaming a child for actions of a predator is wrong, damaging, and cruel. When parents do this, it's often out of denial, shame, or lack of understanding, and they become part of the abuse instead of part of the healing. Church family, this is a wake-up call across the globe. This is happening not just out there, but here in church spaces, under titles like prophet, pastor, and mentor. These predators are strategic. These predators look for fatherless, wounded kids and work through spiritual influence. Single mothers with kids who isolate their kids from family and their fathers. Single mothers who are not grounded in the Word. Single mothers who may be working multiple jobs, struggling with addictions, or in survival mode. Predators see this as an opportunity to fill in the gaps and slowly gain control and trust because they know many single moms long for a single male figure in their kids' lives. A predator may pretend to be that father figure or spiritual mentor. I remember another pedophile in the neighborhood. He would visit his sister across the street from my house. He would sit in his car like he was waiting for me to come out of the house. And like clockwork, when he saw me come out, he would come over pretending to be concerned about my mother. He would ask me, "How's your mother? When's the last time you've seen your dad? Do he come over? How often? Do you miss your dad?" Always ending with, "You're so pretty. I bet you have lots of boyfriends." I didn't understand then like I do now. Why the specific questions? Why the flattery? Why the special attention? Why the secrecy of not telling my mom about our conversation? All examples of predatory behavior. It's all a part of grooming. They disguise evil as opportunities, especially when targeting vulnerable, hurting, or overlooked young people. I'll be the family you never had. Predators don't always come with threats. They come with promises. They make you offers that seem like answers, but it's bait. If someone offers you something you deeply want or need in exchange for something, and you feel scared, confused, or pressured about, that's not a blessing. That's a trap. They offer you what you lack. I'll buy you food, clothing, shoes, take you places. Young people, know your worth. You're not for sale at any price, and you don't need to take what predators offer. God will provide. These predators study what you're hungry for and then use it to bait you in. It's the reality of how predators use the old bait and switch. Parents, train the next generation to discern between real faith and manipulation. Teach your child to talk and look out for the warning signs of a predator, especially those who use spiritual or relational manipulation. Because if the truth be told, you are targeted as well as the child. Predators who intentionally target single mothers who are vulnerable due to addictions, poverty, loneliness, lack of support, emotional trauma, gullibility, or lack of discernment. Why? Because they see easy access to both the mother and her children. Parents being overwhelmed, lonely, or struggling doesn't make you a bad mother. It makes you human. But you still have the job and the responsibility to protect your children. And you don't have to do it alone. God will give you wisdom and surround you with true support, not false helpers. Be alert and of a sober mind. 1 Peter 5:8. Don't be deceived any longer by these predators. They flatter, give gifts, and pretend like they care. But just like children are groomed, parents, so are you. Know who's influencing your children. Don't hand them over to leaders you don't know personally. And even if you do, discern, discern, discern. Make your home a safe space for hard conversations. Be present. Be aware. Be spiritually discerning. It's not enough to trust the church. Trust the Spirit and do your due diligence. This is not a faraway problem. It's in our communities, sometimes even in our churches and homes. Silence is not protection. It's permission for darkness to grow. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Proverbs 31:8. I end with this. If you see something, say something, because your voice could be the reason someone walks away from danger instead of into it.